Hi, my name is Veronica Caicedo. I am the executive director and the founder of the One Festival. Now in our 17th year, we're extremely excited to have both the shows in person as well as the streaming in April 18th through the 24th, just to be exact. But we have a special one moment with the executive producer and the director of Superheroes and Other Men. Come in, guys. How are you? Welcome. And you are?
Alibe, Hamacher.
Byron C. Saunders.
I've known this man for many years. But I'm so glad that we are here, that you're here participating in the One Festival again. He's actually directed another piece in the past where
Marlene Goes to Hollywood.
Fabulous piece. And she won.
She won.
She won the One Festival. So tell me what, you're back?
Yes.
You're back with Jeff?
Yes.
And Superheroes and Other Men.
Yes.
And what has this piece inspired you as a director, and why did you decide I need to take this role on?
Well, the notion of raising a superhero in a complex world today is more than just raising a warrior. This is about raising a gentleman, something that we don't get a chance to see most often. And what does that mean? A man who's a prince of peace. I'm a father. I got 2 boys. You got a boy. Jeff has a son and a daughter. But at the point at which, how do we raise our son not to be fodder for a battlefield, but ultimately being responsible for the village that they're in? A gentleman, not just open the doors and all that which you expect from a gentleman, but also being a gentleman. We know a gentleman. His name is Yahweh or Jesus. He's the Prince of Peace. Never once did that man raise his finger to be in confrontation, in war, but in essence, essays on how to be a gentle man.
Oh, amazing. I got chills just listening to you, just listening to how important it is, especially in this age and era, how we've been, locked down and kids haven't been interacting with one another, and how they're just emotionally, how they've changed throughout these past couple of years. And bringing out a piece like this to be a gentle man. I really look forward to seeing your show. Thank you. And this is the lovely executive producer. So what made you really entice you to just even in the deeper sense of this piece?
A lot of things. Well, first of all, I connected to the piece as a woman. I am having a hard time of accepting a little bit of what's going on with the Me Too movement, because I do defend women's rights, and I respect myself, and I defend my rights every chance I get. I have to be putting men in place sometimes because of their behavior. But I also grew up surrounded by men working in my house with my father, and I know that even in the most brutal moments, there is also a gentle side to those men too. And I think a lot of times we as women have a hard time really expressing how to say, no, you shouldn't act like that around me, and not be offended, but really control the situation. And so I think from that perspective, I want to show with this piece that there are all these possibilities, and also as women, as the role of a mom, we might allow certain behaviors, and we allow the father maybe take into certain behaviors. And I think as mothers, we have a lot of power to shape those men. I have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old girl, and I see the relationship, and I am constantly shaping, constantly creating that piece of art, because I want a gentleman. Mm-hmm. So from the mom's perspective, as a woman's perspective, and I think the most beautiful thing is that I've been lucky to be surrounded by beautiful men, by wonderful souls, and I want the world to know that if you know how to go at it, you can get that man next to you. You can have that partner. You can have that coworker. It needs a little teaching and a little tweaking, but you can get a jewel out of them if you know how to also communicate what you are feeling. And when you feel disrespected, you have to let them know. And I think this piece is going to touch on fatherhood. It's going to touch on how men behave in front of other women, how women receive that energy and when to put your foot down. So that's the reason I'm really supporting it, and I'm so excited. This is my first piece.
I'm excited for you. It's superheroes and other men. Thank you very much for the one moment.